Welcome to developer commentary on my MAGLX2 level, 29th place out of 272. I read in a book that in Hyrule, fortresses are more like hills. When Raquel played this level today, he missed a few Easter eggs and a few, well, other things. So, I will show those and share my thoughts on the occasional thing. First of all, when this guy says, "Could you beat the monsters while you're here? You'll get rewards," this is supposed to indicate to the player that you can defeat every monster on a given screen in order to get a question mark block. And Raquel only did this on one screen, late in the level. But you can do it on all of them. Perhaps I didn't get that message across strongly enough. And on this screen, first of all, this rupee here is collectible, just because it's funnier that way. The shield doesn't do anything. And the prices here aren't really indicative or representative or referencing any of the prices in the original Legend of Zelda in particular, but the important part is that the heart is free and that the candle is not. This is a Link's Awakening reference. This is the text that happens if you manage to steal something from the item shop. And also in the Link's Awakening reference, if you do steal that and then go back into the item shop, this happens. Well, okay, that's not exactly how it happens in Link's Awakening, but that said, if you don't steal the candle, you cannot actually go back into the item shop, because there's an invisible wall there. Originally, when I made this level, I didn't have the kill every enemy on a screen to get an item mechanic, but I figured that I felt like the level didn't have enough gameplay without it. So it's kind of a shame that Raquel didn't notice it, but again, could be my fault. So, none of the enemies in this level, except for the slimes later, are even vulnerable to fireballs, and to be honest, this is because I forgot you could edit enemy text files. But I also like to think that it's because, well, you shouldn't be rewarded for stealing. That's just an excuse, though. I'm doing a real good job at my own level here. Gotta show everything. Nothing too special about this guy. Just a joke. Here, we have the money-making game. Each of these 4 boxes contains something different. The one directly above you when you talk to the money-making guy is the one with the most money in it, which is the one that Raquel picked. And one of them has like an Octorok, I think, and the other 2 just have piddling amounts of money. Almost dying on my own level again. By the way, the water in every screen doesn't really serve an important gameplay function, but it does give you a means to finish off enemies if you manage to have only one left. So that's why there's always water, even though you don't have to swim in it. See, I have to do that right now. I did a fantastic job. Sometimes when I was testing this, I couldn't get the thing to appear. Two of the rewards you get for clearing screens are Luigi's, which I was told that in Zelda 2, 1-ups are like little Link dolls, so that's the joke there. This guy can't afford the door repair. I couldn't think of a visually better way to represent that Link had been through here burning down everything than this weird stack of bushes, unfortunately. So, fairies don't actually have any dialogue in Zelda 1. And I'm not entirely sure why that shoots more hearts sometimes than it does others, but it does. Here we have Link blowing himself up. Originally on this screen, I had an invisible ceiling here as well, but if you jumped rapidly, for some reason Link would survive, because MAGLX is weird like that. Yep. This save screen was Roam's idea, actually, so I give him credit for thinking of putting the midpoint in the actual save screen from the game. Please reset your computer. Now we're into the dungeon part. One other problem that I had with the implying you must destroy every enemy on the screen bit is that doesn't include the bubbles, because they're supposed to be more traps than enemies, even though you can kill them. This guy tells you how to get to the secret moon, which Raocow did find. I'm glad that that was clear enough. And this guy is just a Castlevania 2 joke. It doesn't mean anything in the context of this level. There's a candle placed next to him, because I had a dumb joke in my head that was like, haha, this guy is less bright than the other guy, so a candle. I don't know, it was pretty dumb. So, these guys are throwing rocks instead of what they actually throw, just because they're a different color of Sniffit Resprout. I don't know if there's an actual way to make them throw something different, because all the Sniffits throw the same bullet. The slimes are actually vulnerable to fireballs. Also, I'm still not entirely sure what the difference is between the three colors of slime in MAGLX, to be perfectly honest. This level is significantly more involved if you do bother to kill all the enemies, and also that removes the traps. Also, these are ladders. But I guess there's not really much of a reason to bother, in retrospect. So yeah, directly underneath the key. The classic secret to everybody joke, and yes, this is a moon with the Majora's Mask moon crammed onto it. It's kind of difficult to fit that face onto that moon sprite, but hey. Also, another thing is, I've had that black bar at the top to like represent the Zelda 1 HUD for the entire level, except then in the screen prior to this where it scrolls vertically, that effect ends up going away briefly. And I died. I'm good at my own level. But that black bar at the top thing going away, hey look, the midpoint works, is the reason why in the room after it does that, I'm like, well, I've already messed it up. I've already messed with the player's expectations regarding the black bar, assuming that, of course, that they're even bothering to think about that. So now I'll just have the player in the bar. It'll be great. Ow. To be honest, I don't remember I don't remember why I decided to make all of the, or most of the enemies Mario 2 ones with the grabbing and throwing and all that. But I did, I guess. Also, I left on a program which is making boops in this recording because I'm a professional. This room is pretty trivial if you just ignore everything, I guess. So that's good design, right? Whoops, I didn't actually do that on purpose. It is also possible to ignore everything in this room. And finally, the boss, after I spent so long failing at my own level. Aquamentus shooting Dig Dogger for some reason. Raukau did eventually figure out that the best strategy here was to stand back. Wow, I'm so bad. You know what? Let's look at these test level settings and turn on God mode. Yay. Oh, whatever. It's not like I was being professional in the first place. By the way, I think it might be my personal favorite part of my own level that Link is handing you bombs here. Whoops. And lastly, we have Zelda here with this line from the end. And she's wearing green because Zelda's color matched Link's color, so it matches Luigi. Yep, and that's the level. It took way too long covering that, but I think I covered almost everything. I have one more little thing that I want to show. I thought it'd be fun to see what does it look like if I remove all of the custom graphics. So, let's find out. Yeah! Let it be known that I choose my graphics very, jankily, let's say. I just looked for files that were of the appropriate size, rather than making any sense. Hello, Turnip. So, this now looks like complete garbage. I hope you enjoy. Where's the door? Help. There it is. Yes. Fire is Goombas. NPCs are fruit. You know, it makes sense. Complete sense. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, the little one-tile doors. The axe. Naturally, right? Money-making game. Yep, one of them was a snippet. I mean Octorok. It's clearly an Octorok. This man is being harassed by a legion of Goombas. I mean, this turnip is being harassed by a legion of Goombas. All the secrets are being exposed. I didn't even really know what to expect out of this. So this is kind of funny for me, even. This part looks relatively reasonable compared to the previous part, I guess. This guy's a poison mushroom. In this room, originally all 4 of those were Rinka shooters, but that was dumb, so they weren't after that. And lastly, Link is replaced by a block. And we have proper warden here. Oh, and Zelda's a clock. So yeah, that was my MAGLX2 level. Yep.